Is it really possible to solve the reading fill in the blanks question in 1 minute? Watch this. This whole example I am going to solve it in 1 minute. Considered highly intelligent. Intelligent is adjective, highly is adverb. Same combination we have to use here. Energetic is adjective, so we need to find an adverb. Extremely and barely. Context wise, extremely energetic fits best here. So that's the first answer. They frequently dash with success in trials and sports. Frequently what? Compete. Compete is making the most sense here. So that's the second answer. They are often dash as the most intelligent of all domestic dogs. Regarded as, cited as or cited as. So this one, cited is our third answer, not this one. And the next one, employed in their traditional work of dash livestock throughout the world. Now we have a couple of options left: herding, harboring and compel. So herding livestock is the best collocation here. Complete. Now you are just one video away from knowing that. You just saw me doing it under 1 minute. So what if I told you that the current grammar techniques that you know is slowing you down? And what if I tell you that there are better techniques, better ways that I have been teaching my students from the last 10 years to solve the reading and fill in the blanks questions faster using grammar? Stay tuned and find out more. Hello everyone, Anurag here, your PTE expert. I am back with a super demanding video on a topic which many of you find absolutely difficult to solve. Is it definitely possible to solve the reading fill in the blanks in under 1 minute? But sometimes it depends on the length of the text, so it may be 2 minutes. But if you are taking 4 minutes to solve them, then you need to subscribe now with the bell icon so that you don't miss out on our videos that can completely shape your PTE preparation. Watch this video till the end. Every minute is worth. Coming to 2024, nothing has changed in the fill in the blanks questions. It still demands command in grammar, collocation and context to solve the questions. Some people who are good in English just use context and are able to solve it because grammar, vocabulary and collocation is now in their subconscious mind and they are just able to solve it quickly. But not everyone is in that category and they need to develop those skills to become a master in PTE reading fill in the blanks questions. So I'm going to share with you multiple examples and scenarios as well as share the grammar tips and tricks to speed you up and help you master the fill in the blanks questions very quicker. The first grammar shortcut that I'm going to talk to you about is the usage of singular and plural nouns. I have seen a lot of students in my class as well as on the YouTube comments making this simple mistake. It's very simple to understand. If you practice and follow, you will save a lot of marks in the PTE exam. It's very simple. After every singular noun, a verb with S comes, plural verb. And after every plural noun, a singular verb comes without S. See the table here. I have listed it down for you. With I, you, we and they, a singular verb comes. I drive, you drive. And with he, she and it, a verb with plural comes, like he drives, she drives. The only exception is when you are using does. Does is already considered plural in this case. So he does drive, does she drive, like this. Make sure you practice and follow this one. It's very important and a lot of students make the same mistakes. Let's see some more examples and try to understand this better. Tom plays football every day. Tom is singular here. And you can substitute it with a pronoun he. So he plays football every day. I eat at 7 p.m. every day. Same thing. If you remember the table, with I, singular verb comes. A university offers a wide range of courses. The university, singular, offers, plural. The students pay a lot of attention. Students is plural, so singular verb will come. I hope this makes it clear. Let's move on to the next one. Another blunder that the students do is not using the indefinite articles properly. What are they? A and an. These are called as indefinite articles. And after A and N, always a singular noun comes. See the examples here. A great city, an unusual talent, a creative idea. And you can see in the middle, there is an adjective as well. What is an adjective? It describes a noun. So a great city. This is how it is used. Always a singular noun. Please make sure you note it down because this is going to be crucial for your PTE exam. The next grammar shortcut, or you can call it the grammar tip, is what comes after has, have or had. There are three forms of verb. Simple present you can call as verb 1, simple past as verb 2, and past participle as verb 3, like go, went, gone. So these are the three verbs here, and after has, have and had, the verb 3 comes, which is past participle, always. You can see some examples here. He has eaten his food. They have done their work. Have done. Has eaten. Tom had seen the movie before. Had seen. See, saw, seen. Verb 3. It has been mentioned in the book. Has been mentioned. Again, past participle. So make sure you note it down and start following this, because these are the simple mistakes that you make in the exam and you lose points for grammar. Another interesting one is what comes after adjective. Okay, adjective is something that describes a noun, and noun follows the adjectives in most of the places. For example, he is a good person. Good person. We are short of talented people. Talented is adjective, people is noun. I have a beautiful pen. Again, describing the pen. Beautiful. I just watched an amazing movie. Amazing movie. So you see how adjective precedes the noun, and this is the pattern that has been observed in reading fill in the blanks a lot of times. Grammar patterns. That's what you need to observe and find out. Okay, the next one that we are going to talk about is after is, was, are, were and am. What comes after it? The answer is either verb 3, which is past participle, or verb with an ing form. Only these two combination is possible 90% of times. So let's see some examples. He is called as the king of good times. He was thrown out of the class. Where? Was thrown. They were given the assignment. Were given. It was a disturbing scene. Again, was and disturbing. He is running, he is eating, he is sleeping, and so on. So you see, after is, was, are, were and am, either verb 3 comes or verb with an ing form comes. Note it down. The next grammar shortcut that we have on the list is what comes after adverb. Verb or adjective. That's what comes after adverb. And how do you recognize adverbs? Very simple. Words ending with ly, 99% of the time they are the adverbs. And you can also recognize adjectives and nouns. Not all the time, but many a times adjectives end with ive, like distinctive. And nouns end with shun, tion, like formation, etc. So see the examples. He writes slowly. We are eating slowly. Writes slowly. I'm describing how I'm doing the action of writing, which is the verb. How we are eating. We are eating slowly. So again, adverb is describing how we are eating. And the last one is I'm speaking clearly. Again, I'm speaking. Speaking is an action, a verb, and clearly is defining or describing how I'm speaking. So that's an adverb. So this is the pattern that is also observed in the reading fill in the blanks questions. Make sure you note it and make sure you follow it. The other thing that helps you a lot in the reading fill in the blanks questions is recognition of grammar consistency. I have been talking about this in my other videos as well, and I will again specify it here because it is related to the reading fill in the blanks questions. Grammar pattern. You need to observe and find the grammar pattern. Sometimes the sentence is having a combination of verbs, nouns, or verbs, adverbs that you have to follow and recognize which of the words are going to fit here. And also one thing to note here, if it is a simple sentence, it has to follow the same tense. So you can't use one verb in simple present and another verb in past tense. So, but in case of complex sentences where there are main clause and subordinate clause, the tenses can be different. In the main clause, you can use past tense, whereas in the subordinate clause, you can use present tense. But in any of the clauses within it, it will still follow the pattern. And this is the repetition of the patterns that you need to identify, and that's going to help you solve the problem. Let's see the example here. The sun dashes brightly in the sky and sets in the evening. Options are shines and shining. So you can see the pattern here, sets in the evening is simple present. And that is why we are going to select shines here, which is also simple present verb. So you see, recognition of these simple patterns can help you a lot in the exam. Make sure you note it down. Now coming to the collocation part, which is not very simple to build up. PTE itself provides you a collocation word list of around 2,500 words. And on top of it, this is not an exhaustive list. So in the exam, you will get a lot of questions that have the combination from the PTE official word list, but as I said before, it is not exhaustive. So word combination or collocation outside that word list also can come. So how do we build up that? See some examples here, like pull together, collective action, apply force, combined effort, root cause, derive from, pay attention, make effort. These are part of your vocabulary learning, and vocabulary can't be improved in one day or just by hearting the list. Even if you by heart it, you have to make sure you know how to use them. So this comes with time, little bit of time and patience. You have to start reading every day, 30 minutes to 1 hour, depending on how weak you are in English. Many a times I get a lot of comments, sir, my reading is not improving. I only have 1 month or I only have 2 weeks to improve. How can I improve? I feel sad sometimes because they do not have enough time to improve that much. But the formula for this is simple. This is an English exam and there are very less shortcuts in the reading section. So you have to improve your skills. Try to read every day around 1 hour, I would say. And then find out which words you don't understand. Google them and find them. Learn them. So that's the habit you need to inculcate in yourself. And doing this every day, slowly, you will build that skill. But if you want to have an expedited collocation, learning, then you can start with the PTE official collocation list and then you start learning from it. Start using it every day. So then it will build up in your mind. Also, we provide you with a list of words which we find as most repeated once in the exam. When you enroll with us, we will provide it to you on our portal. And one more thing, this knowledge of collocation helps you a lot in the reading fill in the blanks question. Even in the instruction, it clearly says collocation. You have to find the collocation. And if you are master of collocation, then reading fill in the blanks is a piece of cake. Let's do some examples now. The first one you can see, and again I'm going to use the same techniques that I talked to you about: context, collocation and grammar. Only 3 things I will use here. So let's see the example. Considered highly intelligent dash energetic. Grammar pattern here: highly intelligent. Intelligent is adjective and highly is adverb, defining or describing the adjective. So same combination you have to use. Dash energetic. We need to find an adverb. And how do we find an adverb? Very simple. Try to find the words ending with ly. So we only see 2 of them, extremely and barely. Now use the context. Which one makes more sense here? Extremely energetic or barely energetic? Barely means not at all. So extremely is going to fit here and that's the best answer. Let's continue. Extremely energetic, acrobatic and aesthetic. They frequently dash with great success in sheepdog trials and dog sports. Frequently what? In sports and trials, what do? You take part and you try to win. What is that word called? It's called as compete. See, the knowledge of vocabulary helped you. Frequently compete with, and compete with is a collocation. So that's the best answer here. Any other word, compel with or other words don't at all fit here because we need a simple present verb. Okay, the next one. They are often dash as the most intelligent of all domestic dogs. Dash as. If you know the collocations, you will think regarded as is the best one, but we don't have that in the option. Which other words are mentioned there? Cited as or cited as. Both are pronounced similarly, but spellings are different and meanings are different. Cited means referred as, whereas cited with an S means visual. You establish visual. Cited as. So I think cited is the best answer here. Let's look at the last one. Border collies continue to be employed in their traditional work of dash livestock throughout the world. Employed in the traditional work of doing what? Traditional work of doing what? It's defining an action here. And when we talk about something that we do, normally is when we use continuous. So 2 words in present continuous, harboring and herding. If you understand the context here, sheep, dogs, herds, sheeps, so all those things, you will understand that herding is the best one. Harboring doesn't even make sense here. Harboring means hiding. So that's not the best way. Let's look at another example and hope you can understand it better this time. Imaging devices are developed at a rapid pace and hybrid medical imaging systems are becoming more dash. More something like more common, more usual. Which word do you think is going to fit here? There's only one word, which denotes that, which is commonplace. So that's the best fit. Let's look at the next one. I'll start with MRI CT. The way we provide medical dash is changing. Medical dash, again collocation. Medical diagnosis. Medical diagnosis. So when you go to a doctor, he diagnoses your ailments and then he treats you. So medical diagnosis is the best collocation. The next one, due to these technological dash. Again, a very common collocation, technological advances or technological advancements. When we talk about innovations, we always use these two words together. So advances is the best fit here. Looking at the last one, due to these technological advances, diagnostic radiographers now require a more in-depth dash of the theoretical fundamentals. In-depth what? If you remember from your school days, your teacher will always be telling you like, you need an in-depth knowledge of this subject, otherwise you are not going to pass the exam. In-depth knowledge. Very common collocation, in-depth knowledge. And that's the way you solve these questions. If you are aware of the grammar techniques, if you are aware of the collocation, and main thing is vocabulary, you need to understand the meaning of the words that are given to you. Once you start understanding that and start building up, reading fill in the blanks will become easier for you. I'm sure this video is going to help you a lot. Well, I'm sure that now you know how to solve the reading fill in the blanks questions, and that too very, very quickly with the help of grammar and shortcut techniques. Even if you are unable to do it in 1 minute, don't worry, you can take a little bit more time and still manage to complete the reading section. So before I leave, I would definitely like to recommend you to watch my video on how to master PTE reading in just 15 days, which gives you a full plan and really an eye-opener on how to master the PTE reading section of the exam. Keep watching Edutrainex. Goodbye.